Welcome back, guys. Here, what we'll try to understand is in the same class, okay, my two thread will write the data to the map and the two thread will read the data from the map. So in previous two video, what we have seen that my two thread was writing the data in one class. In other class, we have seen that the two thread was reading the data, okay, and the data was in the second example, the data was populated by the main thread. In the first example, two thread was writing the populating the data through child thread. Here, if you look at, again I'm creating the object of hash map, and then now I am creating the pool of size 4, right? Pool of size 4, which means I want to generate 4 thread. I want to generate a pool of 4 thread, which means I can start 4 thread at the same time, right? And this I've given you the idea in my first video when I was talking about this executor service, when I started with hash map, with a hash map where the two thread was writing to the map. So again I will not go into the details, but I'll give you brief idea. This is the way, okay, you can create a pool of thread, and this both is present in the Java util concurrent package, right? This your executors and executor service both are present in the Java util concurrent package. Now this service, okay, before going to that, I'm creating the object of this class because my this hash map, let me refactor this, let me make it to hash map, because my hash map is not a static and it's a reference to this class. So to access this object to reference, I need to have the object of this class, right? Because this is the instance, it looks like a reference variable to this class. I cannot access directly, so I created the object of this, and then this executor service has a method called execute, right? This execute will take runnable type. This execute will take runnable type. So if you remember here, I am creating, just keep a put method, okay, I'm creating one anonymous inner class, okay, of type runnable, right? And how to do that, again I will show you. I can do this in the different way also, but this is also a good way of doing that. You just write here runnable, then just write control space bar, some reference name will come, then new control space bar. Look at here, anonymous inner class, click on that, automatic run method will get overridden here, right? So this runnable anonymous inner class will help you to create multiple run method, right? Because what happens is when you create a pool of thread, right, finally through pool of the thread, what you want to call, you want to call run method, right? Because this, what is the purpose of this? This purpose of this is you want to invoke multiple thread. You want to invoke multiple thread. See, generally when you write a code in the main method is also a thread, it's a main thread. So always your program will run in the single thread. Like there is not multiple thread will work on your program, only one thread is acting on your program through main, okay? But here you are creating a pool of 4, which means you want to have a 4 thread, right? So that's how you can create anonymous object of runnable type. Okay, why runnable type? Because this execute, when you press control click on execute, this guy takes the object of type runnable. That is the problem, because this guy accept only runnable, so my object should be of type runnable. Okay, now let me remove this. You got it how to create, right? So I have one write method which will populate, which will put the data into a map 1 to A, okay, and this guy again it will put 1 to 1000. So both are putting to the same key, okay, 1 to 1000. And then there is 2 more runnable now which will read the data. Like earlier example I have shown you, where in one class I was just writing with the 2 thread, in other class I was reading with the 2 thread, but here I have clubbed both. These 2 will read the data, okay, these 2 will read the data. Here again the same runnable, and on the entry set, sorry, on the key set, okay, on the key set I'm calling the iterator, and then I'm doing that has next, and then get the key, and once you'll have the key from hash map, you can read the value based on the key, you know that, right? The get method will take a key and you can read that. So this will read the data. Again the second runnable also, this guy also will read the data. because on the hash map, what is this hash map, by the way? This is the class variable. Okay, this is the class variable, so we can access, right? We can access in all the anonymous classes. So on the same hash map, I'm doing that key set iterator, and then I'm doing that hash next, and then get the key, right? So to read, to write. Now here what happens is this all four will get started at the same time. So 2 will be writing, 2 will be reading, right? And then you will have something called shutdown. You will have something called shutdown, right? Here I don't want to print the map. I just wanted to show you what happens when two threads write in the same map and two threads read from the same map. Now let's see that. Right click, run as Java applications. Oh, you can see that concurrent modifications exceptions. Okay, so what happens is whenever you are writing to the map at the same time when you are reading from the map, okay, basically what happens when you are reading the map, okay, ideally you are performing the iterations, you are calling the iterator on the map. So when you are calling iterator on the map and the same time other threads are keep on writing the data to the map, right? These two threads are keep on writing because everything is going in the parallel. When this is the case, it will tell you concurrent modifications exceptions, because you are reading the map at the same time you are writing to the map, which means there is a case of concurrency here, right? That is the reason I used to tell earlier, hash map is not a synchronized, it's not a thread safe. So when you have a requirement where your multiple thread will work on the hash map, right, and you have a read and write data at the same time, especially when you have read and write same time, hash map is not advisable. Okay, when you have a multiple threads read and write to the hash map, it is not advisable, right? You can see that you will have an issue, you are getting that concurrent modifications exceptions, right? See, again I ran, again I got concurrent modifications. The reason is you are calling a iterator. When you are calling the iterator, when it makes a call hash map, when on the hash map, when it makes a call to iterator, what it will find, you are calling iterator at the same time you are writing in the hash map, right? So this is the case of concurrent modifications exceptions. And guys, that's where I first shown you where two threads was writing in the first. If you look at in first example what I shown you, not this one, so this one, yeah. So what I have shown you here, two thread was writing. If I'll run this, will I get any issue? No, which I have shown you also, right? There was no problem, it was nicely writing, there is no issue at all, right? You can see that. Again I can change back to 1 to let's say 2000, like 1000 key will match and then other 1000 will not match, so this is also fine. So 1000 will get overridden because of same key, other 1000 will get inserted. Okay, so you can see that all came in the parallel, there is no issue, right? And this is the map which got printed, no problem, right? Again when we went to the right one, read one, read also we had a record, okay, and the record was populated before calling the multiple threads. The record was populated in the main thread, okay, and the read was done in the child thread, right? So here also we did not had any problem, right? Here also we don't have any problem, right? We don't have any problem in the read and write, we don't have any problem. The reason is when we performing the iterator, right, we are not modifying the data. When here when we are calling the iterator, before that, because where we are calling the iterator, we are calling the iterator in the child thread. Before that my data was populated, which means I'm not doing any modifications when I'm calling the child thread, right? First thing, so here there is no chance of concurrency, right? In example 1, when I was writing to the same map, okay, when I was writing to the same map, this put method, through put method, Okay, so if you look at here in the put value, see this guy works well, and you know that whenever your hash code is same and the key is same, the value will get replaced in the put method. So it was getting replaced when it is the same key, and when the object is the same, it was getting replaced, right? So there was no issue at all. So in fact, if I will go here and let's say if I'll change this to 10,000, and here also I'll change to let's say 10,000, which is a huge record. Now I will not print the map because my console will cry. Okay, and I'll just run that. I'll see that what is happening. So yeah, it's huge data. So it will take some time because 10,000 you are trying to perform 2 times. Yeah, so you can see that your all 10,000 entry has been made to the map. In fact, if you print the map, your map will get printed. Okay, there will not be an issue, right? Because you know that in the write call what happens is uh, it will when it will find the same key, it will replace it. Okay, so when you do read and write separate through multiple threads, your hash map will not have any problem. But the moment you will do read and write at the same time, which I did in the example number 3, what exceptions you will get, you have to tell in the interview. Let me run again and let me tell you. So when you perform both the tasks at the same time, you will get here concurrent modifications exceptions, right? So how to handle this I will talk in my next video. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this.